Welcome, everybody. This is the Headless Headhunter, and I'm here to do an unholy amount of interviews. Not interviews, resume reviews. We've got a business analyst intern position, specifically at McKinsey Bain or BCG. I don't know if we can go that deep into it, but we'll see. So, all right. So, business analyst intern at DCG it was. All right. That's going to be so specific, but at MBB, McKinsey, let's just look for McKinsey. I mean, at this point, we'd probably just go directly at their site, but uh, let's check this. McKinsey intern, business analyst. Let's see if we can actually get this. All right, decline the cookies. I don't need it. I do not need their cookies. All right. So they are looking for, yeah, I mean, this is practically the same thing, but let's also look at the other ones. So, business analyst at BCG, intern. That's so specific. I assume that means the Boston Consulting Group. I don't want your cookies. Stop giving me cookies. I am not hungry. You're going to make me hungry. I don't want to do that. I got streams to do. So, all right, let's see. Where the heck is this? All right, BCG in Bain. Let's do Bain. BCG Bain, business analyst, intern. Let's see, internships and programs. Gosh, this is just so this one might honestly be out of my depth. I'll be honest. But oof, like I can't even find the darn things. Meet us at an event, see opportunities, see opportunities, see your careers grow. Yeah, I want the job. I don't need all this floof. So, all right, we're gonna have to do this based on this one. This is much less than I would like. But oh, and I don't even have the darn thing up. All right. PDF one, McKinsey and Company. Let's pull that up so people can actually see the thing. All right, so work with teams to come up with solutions and move organizations to act. That is one of them. Oh, let me move that over there. Okay. So this is just going to be work with teams. Where the heck did it go already? Work with teams and get companies to act. Then we have, so this is just going to be argue successfully. Argue successfully using getting people to do things. This is practically the whole thing. Uh, establish trust. Okay, this is going to be essentially the entire thing is used data to make a point. Uh, comprehend content. Let's see, explain content. complex, complex topics to non-technical people. And let's see, Tizeza work with teams to solve problems and communicate to with everyone from stakeholders to talk with people from stakeholders to individual contributors. Okay, I think that is close enough. Let's see. So we're going to the resume, and away we go. This is the Headless Headhunter, and I am doing a resume review of XYZ. They are not actually a data analyst. What they are looking for is Lee's going to have to redo this. That was not a good start. So, because I forgot to put the title of the job in, which is a business analyst. Do 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 do. Business analyst. Where did you go? All right, there we go. All right, now I can actually do it. Take two. This is the Headless Headhunter, and I am doing a resume review of a business analyst intern. That should say intern. Sorry about that. Uh, from XYZ. So they were very specific in that they wanted somebody, they wanted the internship positions specifically at MBB, McKinsey, BCG, Bain. That is what MBB stands for. So that is probably more company specific than I might be able to help with. So, full disclosure, XYZ, you would probably best talk to somebody directly in those companies if those are the ones you're looking to go into. But I will do what I can based on what I found online. So, take this resume review with a grain of salt because I consider myself an expert in doing resumes. And part of that means admitting when you might be over your head. So, this might be one of those times. But what we basically found was you're going to have to get things done at companies. That's kind of the overall gist of what those keywords are. So if you use data to make a point with logics, facts, and reasoning, that you can explain complex topics to non-technical people, that you can work with other teams to solve problems, and you can talk with everybody from stakeholders to individual contributors. So essentially, you got to talk right and convince people to do things and move stuff at an organization. That was kind of the gist of it. So without further ado, let's see if those were the qualifications. And at least for that was the first one, which was Brain McKinsey. So, all right. So education, interview club among students, helping 10 students with job applications. Irony. Not really. It's always good to get an outside opinion. I don't know if that's going to be related though, because you don't really show how it was. Winner of the best thesis. So this is solid. Achieved the highest score in statistics. I don't know if you really need to say the most challenging course in the facility. That seems a little bit. Also, I'm not sure what a 4.5 GPA is, but let's see. So, business analytics developed backend for a customer ticketing system, which was later implemented for the whole CE region. Okay, that doesn't describe, I think, how you're doing it, right? Because the keywords that they're looking for is not that you made a project, but they want to know how you convince people, how you talk to that, because there is a huge difference between, hey, intern, develop a customer ticketing system, and hey, intern, what's wrong with our company? And then you describe that what you need is a back end ticketing system. Excel models connected to SAP for reporting. This is solid, and I want more. Completed a product launch. Blah, blah, blah. Completed product launch project. That is a nightmare to say. Leading a team of 5, resulting in the launch of the proposed product, 2K revenue in the first month, and project becoming a model example for future students. I feel like we're almost there. Received exceptional feedback from the client executives for leadership and project results. Okay. S- So I'm just gonna skim over those. Those are solid. All right. So here's my problem with this, XYZ. And I feel like honestly, you're almost there. So this takes up a huge amount of space in your resume, and it doesn't say a ton. Um, this is solid, but we want to like shrink it a little bit because there's too many bullets here. What is happening is you're trying to shrink these out, and I want more stuff. Because like this doesn't read like you implemented this project. So I want this to read like you implemented the project, if that's the case. But this one is solid. And to give you an example of how I want this to be written, because I think that is a problem with the entirety of the resume, specifically because they are not necessarily just looking for results. They're looking for how you got those results. Just like in math class, when your teacher said, "Hey, show your results. This is what we want to do." Like show the step by step. So introduced Excel models connected to SAP for reporting and saving managers an hour, 8 hours a week is good, but we want to know why, right? So say after speaking with leadership and management, realized that I could introduce an Excel model that would save them time after so let me reframe this. So after speaking with leadership and realizing that they had an issue with their, what is it, models for reporting, uh, created a custom Excel model that was connected to SAP that saved the managers 8 hours a week. So the key part of that you're missing is it didn't say why you need to do that, right? Like this reads you could have been told. This reads you could have been told. But when you look at the actual qualifications for McKinsey, they're not just saying you solved a problem. They're saying you convinced them there was a problem and then you solved it. And we're missing the first part. Like we don't see how you explain the complex topics. We don't see how you worked with teams to solve those problems. We don't see how you talked with those managers. So that I think is the biggest issue is you're not showing the steps you got to it. The actual solving of it is good, I think. I just you need to do those other steps. So that is the key thing I am missing from this. And I'm not sure if I would move them forward or not because I'm not sure of the mind at specifically a McKenzie recruiter because you do have impressive stuff, but like we need more, right? Like why was this product launch needed? Why were you chosen to lead? How did you lead? Uh 2K in a first month doesn't sound that impressive. Maybe it is. I don't know, but it doesn't sound impressive. So instead, maybe leading to an increased amount of revenue. Uh, or alternatively, you could even skip that, which is the launch of the pros project was so successful that it became a model example for future students. So you're not showing how you got to the result. And I think that is the key problem with your resume. Um, also, like, I feel like there might be some extra stuff here that you could take out. So, because like this is fine. Uh, like I don't know. This doesn't help, right? This doesn't help. You could take this off. This is too long. So essentially, I think you just need to pick your bullet points wisely and your products wisely, so that we could get those in because we're missing how you showed the work. But those are what I've got for you now, and that's all I've got for this resume. Feel free to send it again. Hopefully, this was accurate because again, I am not a McKenzie recruiter. But now we're gonna do an awkward transition into the next resume. All right, that is resume number 5, I think. Yeah, that was interesting one. I hope that was relevant for them because, like, again, I am not a McKenzie recruiter. That seems very specific to what they're looking for. All right. Hmm. I am still a little sick. So that one's good. Let's do another software engineer intern, which seems to be our favorite topic amongst people, which is understandable. I guess this is the time people are graduating and they need well, they need internships. So software engineer intern. Also, I realize this is a little off my resume thing. Let's crank that a tad. Sorry about this. Just need to get this clean. There's so much work like this that I just goes into these things. So, all right, let's do a little shrinkage, a little more. We got it. Nope, 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 nope. Oh my gosh, why is this so difficult? 71. Okay, we're close. 71, 66. All right, so this is. Oh, I should just increase this in general. All right, that's close enough. There we go. Sorry about that. All right, software engineer intern, which is just going to be the same as all of them. So I'm going to make a common keyword. So this is going to be basic knowledge of, software engineering. Followed by that is going to be ability to work with others, uh, taken direction and criticism. Okay. And let's do this over here. I hate the word knowledge. It's so hard for me to write, just like Wednesday. Criticism, there we go. Direction in of software engineering. Software engineering. So this is going to be, is this going to be basically going to just say tech stack? So tech stack. I'm just going to basic knowledge of tech stack. That seems tech stack. All right, that's clearer. And all right, that was good. That was there. This is of X X X X X X X X X X X X X X X X X. All right, that's a lot of X's. Okay, I think that's it. Is there anything I'm missing on this one? No, no, that's it. Let me make sure this is the person that actually was they wanted here. They are software engineer intern. Yeah. Okay, cool. That's. Oh, do not exit my streaming thing. That is not good. All right. So our next resume is going to be for a software engineer intern. The keywords for that are going to be right here. And as per usual for most internships, it's going to be the exact same thing as all the other internships, which is a basic knowledge of the industry. In this case, it's going to be tech stack that you studied, the ability to work with others, and the ability to take in direction. Whatever. I'll fix that. To take direction and criticism, not take in direction. So yeah, it's that's basically for all of them. Masters and PhD internships are going to be a little bit different, or specific companies like the last one for the Bain and McKenzie. So, but for software engineers, it's basically this. So let's look at XXXXXXXXXX's resume. I'm pretty sure I missed an X in there. Let's see this. So they've got the graduation expected. That's fine. Um, I don't know if this is needed. Like, it's kind of assumed you're gonna have that. So I don't think that's needed. Let's see. Head Start AI, Software Engineering Fellowship, engineered 5 AI powered applications with a 98% accuracy rate using Next.js, TypeScript, OpenAI, Node.js. Okay, so this is more of a full stack. Collaborated with Amazon, Bloomberg, and Capital engineers to enhance skills in what? Uh, I know CI/CD, I know AI, and I know microservices, but collaborated to enhance skills is a weird sentence. And then optimize user experience by integrating diverse platforms, AWS, Firewall, Pinecone, showcasing the ability to rise to the moment and make magic with cutting edge technology. Please don't do that. I know a lot of career coaches, which I really hate, say you need to spice up your resume, make it shiny and but I hate those. And I feel like most actual recruiters do not like those either. Your resume is a government form. It is not a marketing tool. Your resume needs to be basic and get to the point, and you can showcase your skills, but please don't say things like make magic with cutting edge technology. It just sounds weird when you're reading it. Like you have to prove like there's a thing in writing where you have to essentially say show don't tell, and this is the same thing with resume writing is you need to show how you made the magic happen. You cannot just say make magic happen. It would just be like in a book or a movie where a character's like, oh no, I finally found my rival and I am angry. It just sounds weird, right? So I don't like those. And then say collaborated with. I also don't like collaborate because this is just a personal thing, but starting your sentence off with collaborate is a little off. You want to say worked with the engineering team or uh, was a part of the engineering that, but like collaborated is it's so vague. I don't know. That just it might be a nitpick. With creative teams design and build a new website for improving, resolve 10 plus bugs, develop through components. Yeah, okay. So you have your tech stack basically here and AWS. And while this is probably a sentence that is good. It doesn't, it's telling me, it's not showing me, right? I don't want to see collaborated with Amazon Bloomberg. I want to see like went to daily stand-up meetings with engineers from Amazon, Bloomberg, and Capital One, where we went over my skills in CI/CD, AI microservices to make adjustments or something like that, or met with engineers where they reviewed my code and I would make updates to that code based on criticism before the next meeting. That shows that you worked with them. Collaborated is so vague. Uh, this one is fine because it gives you the tech stack. Because again, we don't need all of these in the same bullet. We just need to show that you can work with others and you have a basic knowledge of tech stack and you can take direction and criticism. So I would say maybe for this one that you can add AWS in that, but I think this is fine. So yeah, it's you're telling me that you worked with people. You have to show me how you do it. And then this collaborate with creative team design and build a new website for the annual T conference, improving user engagement of site access. So this one is actually fine. Even though I don't like the word collaborate, I think it's still sufficient because it shows that you worked with the other creative teams, you build a website, and that you. Well, you know what? No, the more I'm reading this, the more I'm not. I'm sorry. Like I need to know how you did that, right? It's early in the morning, and I'm like most recruiters are not going to spend this long on a resume. They're going to spend like 15 seconds. So when I dig into it, and this is the external recruiter in me talking, I can find the stuff, but that's not what's going to happen. Internal recruiters do not typically have that time. So at a 15-second glance, that ain't good. I need to say worked with a team of like 12 where we, you know, that actually is how you use collaborate. Worked with a team of 12 where we collaborated by you need the by doing weekly meetings, by conversing over Slack to build a new website for the X conference. And then the next one you can say the result of that was XYZ. So yeah, it's not bad, and it's very possible that you could get some interviews with this, but interviewing for internships is highly competitive. So I really want you to the best start. And that is the biggest issue is you're telling me that this happened. You need to show me how this happened. So that is my resume for this software engineer intern. And you're right. I didn't even get to the projects because it's possible that they're not even going to get that far. And if I even look here, it's all about the tech stack, which you honestly did successfully here. Like, this is a solid sentence. This, you know, that works. That gets you part of the stuff you need. If anything, you may be able to make it longer and then fit in some of the other stuff, but it's solid. So, yeah, that's my resume review for this. And now another transition, which I go resume. Okay. Overall, that wasn't a bad resume either. I just think internships are just so competitive. Like you get so many people that apply and they all kind of blur together and nobody actually says what you need for it. So, let's see how many are those? All right. Now we're doing a developer? Just developer? There's not. All right, what Java developer? Okay. All right, that makes more sense. At what point does bread stop being bread and becomes toast? Crunch. When it crunch. I mean that's an easy question, Omni. It's when it crunch. Whenever whenever toast crunch is toast. Bread is soft, toast is crunch. The exception to that is some breads that start off crunch, but then you do not toast the crunch breads because they already are crunch. So it is crunch. All right. And Java developer, I actually have to go back to this one before. Java developer, because it's been a while since I looked at a Java test. What about soggy toast? Yeah, but it was crunch. If at any point bread was crunch, unless it started as crunch, it was toast. I don't know. I don't know how else to be clearer than that. The crunch, once it becomes crunch, it then is toast forevermore. It can be soggy toast, but that's an adjective you or qualifier you add to it. So yeah, but then it didn't start out crunch, right? For crunchy bread, you don't toast it because then you just have burnt bread. It has to start not crunch, and then when it passes the crunch threshold, it becomes bread or toast. I hate my reverse Freudian slips. Uh, that is once it becomes the crunch, if it started soft, it is toast. That is how that works. So Java, obviously. So tech stack, Java. Um, let's see. What are the other ones besides Java? AWS for sure. GCP. What was the last one? Azure. Azure. That was it. So, what if the bread is toast and the sides are the bread and the toast isn't crunchy? Then it's undercooked toast. The second a non-crunch goes to crunch, it becomes toast. That is the hard and fast rule. That is it. Uh, once a non-crunch becomes crunch, it is toast. You have to start non-crunch, then go crunch, then it is forever more toast. That is my toast theory. Give up? Yeah, we'll clip that. Show my toast. See, clip that. Show that to people. See if they agree with my assessment on toast. Uh, brain. The Java Kotlin SQL. I guess Kotlin is pretty popular. Kotlin, Cloud, anything with SQL. Um, right, API. They're going to want the word API here. Uh, Data modeling, active rabbits, backend engineer, components, services, or APIs. Yeah, so APIs, Kotlin, probably microservices too. Services. All right. Well, how have you been, OmniDude? I also have a hard stop at 12:30 because I'm speaking to a doctor. Again, so many doctors. It's like what my life is. Good, good. Uh, man, there's Java and Python. Uh, which games are you still doing? Wukong? Let's see. Anything with SQL. Python. Yeah, there's a lot that does that. Python, Scala, one of those. Oh yeah, Spring Boot. Spring Boot. I think these are primarily good. Proceedings are so like Jenkins or Maven. Jenkins, Maven, uh, Angular, one of those. So playing Satisfactory. Oh, cool. Satisfactory. Nice. I don't have I have the issue where I can't play completely open world games. I've just not open world games where you don't have a direction. So what is just ants? All right. Is that it? Qualification, English, Angular. Okay, there we go. Boo, ads. All right, let's do resume review. Brain. All right. All right, I gotta change this to whatever their name is. To Java developer of Java developer. Uh, of Java developer. Software engineer. Yeah, software developer. Okay, there we go. All right. Okay. I say a lot of okays and ums. Maybe I should start speaking slower. This is a resume of a Java developer because it says Java developer. And they're looking for software engineer or software developer. I know technically there are differences, but companies really use those interchangeably to the point where there's almost not anymore. So you're very unlikely to find somebody that uses the pure version of that. So the first thing that we're going to be looking for is the keywords and qualifications, which is going to be Java, obviously. Uh, Kotlin, maybe APIs, microservices, definitely. Um, then anything with cloud, AWS, GCP, Azure, anything with SQL, PostSQL, SQL, MySQL, so many SQLs. And then the last bullet point, you're not going to have all of those. It's usually going to be a separate thing. So maybe it's going to be Python, maybe it's going to be Scala, maybe it's going to be Jenkins, Maven, Angular, maybe it's going to be JavaScript, and they want more of a full stack position. Again, that's going to vary. So the fourth one is you don't need all of those, you just need like one of those. But let's review the resume, which I immediately hate because it's two columns. Never do two columns. No, two columns are bad. One column good. No more. This is awkward because like you are wasting a lot of space just with this. These can be up here. Also, Is that like is it like resolution off? Yeah, it is. I don't know if that's my computer or not. So there we go. But the resolution was like slightly, oh gosh, sorry about that, off on my screen. So anyway, analytical, ambitious, informatics students. Okay, blah blah blah. Artificial intelligence. Okay, Java programming. Okay, no, you're this is completely wasted. This entire section is wasted. You need your contact information up here, along with your name. It should not be more than 3 lines max. It should be your name, then it should be your phone number, your email, and then either your LinkedIn or GitHub, depends or whatever, and then it should be the location you're at. And then if you are applying in the US and you are a US citizen or green card holder, you should put that there. Because you don't want somebody to do implicit bias against you because of a name, which can happen. I don't do that, but not there's a reason we have those laws. So, all right, so this is not useful at all. These don't say anything. Oh, and your education's down there. Okay. So sorry, I'm like it's fuzzy, and I don't know if that's my computer or not. Uh, the resolution of this, I'm trying to read it. If that is on your end, you need to fix that. But assisted in maintaining and updating Java-based applications, focusing on enhancing functionality, resolving bugs. Okay, collaborated with everybody uses collaborated. With senior developers to analyze system requirements and design effective solutions, including running SQL queries. Okay, for data retrieval, blah 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 blah. Okay, blah blah blah. No, 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 no. I don't see anything that I'm looking for. And PHP. Okay, so none of the this is not a good resume. I don't think they're going to move you forward. So don't see. I see. Actually, where is the Java? I see up here. Yeah, I don't. This is the only thing. These two are the only Java, but these are the words you want to put in your resume. Um, Again, the fourth bullet point, a bunch of different stuff, but I need to know the very first bullet point needs to be a summary of your experience at that company. So you could say worked in a tech stack of Java, blank, blank, MySQL, whatever, where we did X and Y and resolve bugs or whatever. Then everything else is how you did that. And that is where you put more of these in. Specifically for software engineers and people in tech and IT, your tech stack is going to be critically important. So I want those peppered throughout the resume. I need to see, used SQL, use Java to write up something in SQL. I don't know. I'm not a coder. I can barely write English, let alone code. So I don't see anything I need. And this is what I need. And I don't want to be unnecessarily harsh, but again, this is I'm being harsh because this is crazy competitive and you're against a lot of other people. And honestly, considering how bad a lot of resumes are, you just do like some of this stuff, you stand a much better chance. So that's all I can really say on this one because the recruiter is going to give you 15 seconds. They're going to probably even miss Java because it's all the way here. Uh, and then this doesn't matter because it needs to be here. You cannot just have a bluff. So unfortunately, I don't think I would go forward with this as an interview because I know the manager would be upset with me. So that's all for this episode of resume reviews. That's the word. Anyway, yeah. Feel free to submit your resume again. I'd love to see it, and I'm wishing you the best. So, all right. So, satisfactory has objectives. It's a little open ended how you achieve those objectives. Okay. See, I'm okay with that. I didn't know that. I thought it was just a pure, like, you know, escape. Because, like, I'd be okay with Breath of the Wild, but, like, not huge on I don't know. My friend might get me into the farming sim. I don't know. I'm not huge on those like Minecraft. I think was great. I played it, but I can't get into a game with no direct objective. It's probably because like most of the work I do doesn't have a direct objective. So like when I'm in my off time, I'm like, just give me clarity so I can do this. So I guess that's true. I'm also not usually good at those, but I wouldn't be object to playing one of those. So all right, and then let me mark this done. I got so many resumes. Your boy is popping off, bro. I got like 30, 24 other resumes, and I'm getting like 4 or 5 a day. So I just got Cobalt Core, which is a roguelike that's amazing, and I'm digging that. But yeah, answer your question. Uh Brain. And I do have a hard stop at 12:30 PST, so that's in an hour and a half. So why aren't those people coming to the stream? I'm having trouble getting people to come to the stream, but it's also I've been like sick and still am and unhealthy, so it's not exactly a great performance on my part. But that is what I'm still working at. On the plus side though, uh my YouTube channel is starting to pick up. So I'm happy with that. So that was resume 7, and that is end and this is 7 MP4 and so okay, there we go. Let's see that. Oh, bear. Gosh, can I even show him on the camera now? Uh oh yeah, you're popping up. Okay. Hold on. Can I get him? I need to get the I will be honest, I need to get the bear thing working again. I have been absolutely slammed. So let me I'm gonna ruin the camera. All right, let's see if I can. Nope. Over here. Let's do this. All right, sir. Nope. There you go, bear. All right. You ready for this? No. Stay. There you go. Good boy. See, I don't think I can do a lot of the other bear stuff. Okay, where am I putting this camera? Let's go back. Yeah, now I have to fix it. I switched the cameras, so I had to use Bear's camera for myself. Oh, now it's broken. Uh, Hi, is it bad to have a two-page resume if it includes side projects that are relevant to the jobs? Uh, I'm gonna need more information on that. A bigger, so I think, yeah, right. I'll need to 1.9K. I'm consistently hitting like, a lot with that. Okay, let me fix this because I just broke it. I need to get a different camera for Bear or something. I don't know. There we go. This is good. But yeah, it's gonna depend on a lot. Arguably, so I think people get confused with page sizes on the resume. And a more salient point is not like, is my resume too long? Is my resume too short? It is, can people find the relevant keywords in the first half of the resume, first 15 seconds? So, like, as an example, and I'm not trying to rag on this person, is this is not good because, like, what you see may be all a recruiter goes to, right? This may be it. So you can have more relevant stuff. I think that's fine. Um, and some managers like it, but you need to make sure that in the first 15 seconds, you are able to showcase what you need. I've completely screwed up my camera. Get this back. All right, there we go. So there we go. That's better. Go a little up. All right. Bear, I love you. What are you doing? I'm fixing this. I lost this because of oh no, Omni. I totally broke it. I can't get my camera back. There we go. All right. Sorry, y'all. There we go. That's better. Ah. So yeah, a better point is specifically, is your resume in the first half going to be seen and have those right keywords? Like I would need those here, which is why I'm not a fan of this format because this should really only be 3 lines max. But like they may not go to here, but it is okay to have it, right? Like it's not like it's you're gonna lose, you're gonna get rejected because your resume is 2 pages. It's you're going to get rejected because the relevant information was not in the first of your thing. That is a so like if you have it in the first half, a hiring manager may even like more details after, but the important thing is to have it in the first half. So I hope that makes sense. Let's see. Let me get the next one up. What is this person? They are a name. Okay, resume reviews. They are number 8. What is number 8? Yeah, no worries. Any other question? Like again, I am here to answer questions. So that is the point. Is to answer questions in between resume reviews. So brain not working. That is 8. This is a software developer intern. Again, 41 is good. So this is going to break the development intern. Cool. And is that showing? Yes. So let me go to my intern keywords because it's a lot of internships. I guess is this the time for internships? Is that the case? Knowledge of tech stack takes direction and criticism. There we go. Those are those are the words that I wanted. So let me save these. So software engineer, SWE. Okay, cool. Oh, 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 oh. And we're refocused. All right, they are software engineer. Did that right? Software development intern. All right. Why do I have one? Oh, as software. I was going to say engineer. Job title. You know what? SWE intern, software engineer. Software engineer intern. I hate all the names in IT. I will never like them. I'm sorry. I have recruited for IT. I am good at it. I do not like your names. Specifically, like Cobalt and Goblin and Goblin and React and do not like. All right. This is the Headless Headhunter doing a resume review of name. That's their name. They are looking for a software engineer intern position. So, as per usual with our software engineer positions, especially software engineer intern positions or software developer intern positions, which are functionally the same to most corporations, you're going to need a basic knowledge of the tech stack, the ability to work with others, and take direction and criticism. That's what they're going to be looking for. Sometimes maybe like masters and PhDs are going to be a little bit different, but right now this is. But that doesn't look the case. So let's see. So formatting is sufficient. I like it. All right. Researcher developing a top-down 2D simulation of Knoxville using Unity game engine while focusing accuracy, real world representation. Okay, that's cool. Does not have the skills I would need. I do see C sharp developer, but I need to see that it was written in. So implementing AI algorithms to analyze and visualize traffic patterns. So this is fine. I like AI there. That can be beneficial. Navigated and led a design team over a team of developers, deliver custom. Okay. Conducted customer feedback. Blah blah. Let's see. Wait, what? Why is this? Okay, this is off because this was May to current. This is October to current. Oh, I see. I see where this is. Okay, yeah. So there's a formatting thing. So, collaborated with a team of developers to create full stack web applications. You need to say what that stack is. I know it's basic. Also, I'm off the camera. but you absolutely need to showcase what that stack was. You cannot just say full stack. You need to say Java, JavaScript, or whatever JavaScript, Angular, TypeScript, HTML, CSS, and it, I think I might have gotten them. There's a lot of names, but those are what you're going to need. So developed. Oh, okay, I get it. Developed using a Python Django framework. As long as I put it in Py, streamlined data, made no okay. So I I'm on the fence on this resume. I don't think it's bad. I think you have the bones of it here. You're just gonna need some tweaks. So specifically, and this looks awkward. So what I think you need to do, I'm trying to think of how to do this because this one's a little weird. Uh, so first off, let's do the bullet points and I can do this. Um, I need to know what this was coded in. I need you to write the tech stack. All right. I know it's Unity. I don't know what Unity is in. Implemented AI algorithms is solid. I need a little bit more. I think this is good, but my biggest issue with here is there's no tech stack here. Here is a UI UX team, iOS donations. This is good on a point of ability to work with others, which is led, but I need more about this, right? Led a UI UX design team with X amount of developers to deliver a customized iOS donation kiosk application would be better. But this is a solid sentence at least. And then conducted customer experience research and development. This is not related unless you say specifically conducted research development to change things based on that, and then crafted several designs for various organizations. This means nothing. So I need you to say that you have feedback. I need to say that you were given feedback and changed it. I need to see that you were working with other engineers and what you did with that stuff. Then for here, I need the tech stack. That's that. I don't see any of it. And it's this doesn't count. Like you cannot have your tech stack as a blob. It needs to be peppered throughout the resume. So I don't know how many interviews you would be getting with this. I can definitely see some recruiters moving you forward, specifically probably because of this and AI, but I want you to have a better chance. So please show how you did that stuff. So that is my review for this. I'm iffy on if it would pass. So, but I'm pretty sure we get past some recruiters. But again, it's so like oversaturated. I want you to have the best chance. So with that being said, awkward transition. Button click. So, uh, all right, let's actually fix the camera again because now it's off. Yeah, I can't do stuff with Bear yet. I need to make sure that the camera is because it's very finicky with what I can do with it. No. Uh, okay, why is it? All right, let's do that. There we go. Now it's too little, too much. There we go. Huh. All right, that was that resume. So let's do then to videos. And that is a start. So that is 7 start. Uh, okay. Nope, that's 8. 8. That's 8. That is the number 8 resume you have in your own little system. That is not 7. 8 and P4. So there we go. I have to code them right so that when I stitch them together, I'm learning so much about social media. It is exhausting. All right, let's see the next resume. We have number 9. Anonymous candidate. I should just take out the resume of part because it's Oh, that's as needed, honestly. Okay, what the heck are they? Text. Okay. We just need to make sure that wasn't important. We have a DevOps engineer intern. Ooh. I actually need to look up what the stack would be for a DevOps engineer. Because I know that's weird. And to my knowledge, nobody actually knows what DevOps does. So you just say it and then you get it and it works. So, all right. Let's see. So, DevOps. No, not DevOps. DevOps. Oh my God. Please, 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 myself, please. Uh, Intern. I don't actually know what an intern for this would be. I know they're going to do the same thing. DevOps engineering intern. So let's see. Work type vision statement. All right, let's look at this. And understanding of vision tools. Look, here, everybody's like, oh, they don't require team. No, every single time they require teamwork. Like teamwork is so critical. So you cannot forget the soft skills, especially in engineering. So many people forget the soft skills. So DevOps, let's see, what are they going to do? Git, Linux, okay. Key responsibilities, CI/CD, cloud. Uh, oh, here it is. See, they don't actually say cloud. They would like you to have it, but there it is. Cloud and the language, I'm assuming. Is that going to be correct? Probably just language. Hmm. All right. And I got a lot of lurkers today. But yeah, ask me any job questions y'all want. I'm here to help. You can even ask during the other part of the stream. I just don't have it on stream. Because after that one time when we were talking about something entirely unrelated, which was really funny. Unix, so I guess or Unix would be clear. Um, Cloud language. Is there anything else? Python, Bash, Go, scripting, CI/CD, machine learning. Okay. So cloud, let's do actually this. So this is going to be language, and then uh, like Docker, AI. Yeah. Let me do the last one because there's a lot. Language, yeah. Scripting languages, I guess. So probably Python. Testing models, setting up and managing dashboards. And then let's do dashboards. Okay, yeah, that should be good. Okay, am I missing anything? I don't know. I think that's good. Anonymous candidate. Anonymous candidate. Okay. So we've got anonymous candidate, and they are well, they're looking for another internship, but this one is DevOps. So just like the last internships, it's going to be these, but the actual tech stack keywords are going to be a little bit different. So, you're going to need like the word DevOps specifically. You're going to need maybe Git, Linux, or Unix. I think I might have wrote that one down. Unix or Linux. Anything with cloud, GCP, AWS, Azure. I don't know why I keep forgetting Azure. And then you want scripting languages, so maybe and Docker if there are a couple of them, along with AI and dashboards, along with yet again ability to work with others. and taking direction. So, the keywords are going to be a little more specifically for the tech stack, stringent than a software engineer specifically. But let's look at what they have. So, computer engineer with hands-on experience in CI/CD integration for AI workflow. I normally do not like intro sentences, but they kind of got a couple of keywords there, so I'm going to let it slide. Leveraging. Oh, I hate the word leveraging. Nobody uses leveraging. I've seen it used right in like one. Leveraging an interdisciplinary background in software engineering, hardware achieved 96% and data mapping through hardware. Yeah, this sentence can be deleted. Please stop using leveraging in your resumes. I beseech you. It is everybody uses it and it means nothing. I feel like recruiters' eyes gloss over if they see leveraging. Stop using leveraging. I don't know where that word came from in the resume, but it is not a good one. All right. Algorithms, machine learning. This is okay. Mainly because you have your masters. I don't know what VLSI algorithm is. Typically, a recruiter will probably only take in the machine learning part. Then coursework, I don't know if this is needed either. So this part isn't really needed because like you're expected that. This one I can keep. But yeah, so basically delete this little line right here. And then languages, okay. See, this doesn't mean anything. What is intermediate? What is Java? Sorry, what is entry level for that? Like, you cannot just say, I have. There's also these, you didn't do this, which is good, but people do these like five bubbles with some of the bubbles put in and like average Excel. You cannot. That is telling me you are good. You have to show me you are good. So this isn't needed. This is okay, but it's also expected you're going to use those. I really prefer them in here. Okay. And then AI infrastructure engineer intern, that is a good one. Python, Ray, Flow. Led the development of a Python script using Airflow and Docker to process large data sets on AWS every 15 minutes, enhancing data handling efficiency. So that's solid. I like this. It tells you what it is. I don't really like enhancing efficiency. I want to know, what does that mean? Enhancing efficiency. How enhanced? Was it a 0.8%? Was it a 20%? You could just say which improved our AI projects or something like that. Collaborated with senior engineers to resolve memory issues. I guess collaborated works with this by optimizing data processes with improving system reliability and reducing errors. So yeah, I like the fact that it's you were working with other engineers. Everybody says collaborated. I would prefer you go a little bit more in detail, specifically like collaborated with. I'm going to keep collaborated other engineers, or you know what? No, just say worked with other engineers on our XYZ to resolve memory issues by doing XYZ. Um, let's see, design an automated system to clean database with gigabytes of data. This doesn't say anything except for AI. So I see a lot of software engineers say clean, and I don't know if I've ever seen an actual job description have that as a qualification. Like clean the data. It's the manager might ask that, but like I don't think I've seen a job description with it. Developed an advert assisting opening a GP React Flask, reducing content creation. So this is the type of sentence I like. It has AI. It has React, which even though it's not one of those keywords, could be one of those keywords. Uh, and yeah, that's solid. So yeah, I mean, look, this isn't a bad resume. I think it's got a lot of fluff. I want more of these keywords though, specifically in engineering. I need more of these keywords. So I do like that you worked well with others. I do need something that shows you can take direction, and I want more keywords, especially the keyword DevOps. It's kind of critical. I need you to write the word DevOps, make it that obvious. Shout it from the hilltops. So yeah, I don't know. I could see some recruiters possibly moving you forward, but the market is very tough. So the fact that they don't see DevOps means they may not even move you forward, but the rest of it is okay. So yeah, I just need you to be more sentences like whatever the heck this one was. Uh, More sentences like this, but I need them in the bullet points. So that's my review. We're going for a maybe move forward, but not likely. So, scene transition. Okay, that was 9. Oh, whoops. Gosh, every time I have to fix this. This is keywords. Let's do. There we go. Yep, and move this a little bit farther. All right, there we go. All right, just make sure there's no others there. Okay, still got another hour. We're good. Mm, great. What was I doing? Did the resume, and now we're into how many words was it bundle? Might have to switch to the others now. I'll just change this to 10. Okay. Let's see. This next person is a back end engineer. Huh. All right. Well, I don't know which type of back end engineer, but that's still sufficient. Don't look at me like that, Bear. What? I love you, but you have been a terror today because you keep wanting me to go near you while you eat food, but that is not a rule. You don't need me by you to eat food. That is not a rule. That has never been a rule. If it's in your bowl, it's yours. I don't need to stand there watching over you in the kitchen while you eat. I have things to do, buddy. Oh, good job. So, all right. Where is it? We're at resume 10. Okay. And then let me fix my LinkedIn real quick because I think I have people like buzzing me, and I just want to make sure that I don't. Okay, good. Maybe this is what I do. I just do earlier morning streams. Well, I guess for y'all, it's pretty late, right? Like I guess it's like 2 in the afternoon for a lot of y'all. I'm in PSD time, so. All right. They are doing resilient digital Vinci. Digital Vinci is hard to say. And they are looking for a back end engineer. I don't trying to see what I'm trying to see what language they are. Uh yeah, I don't know. They're just looking for software engineer position. But I don't it's so teeny. I don't know what language they are. And unfortunately, that is kinda critical. Uh huh. All right. Well, let's see what I can do here. All right. And cloud. What am I missing? And agile. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think that's it. It's going to be a weirder one because like I don't know what they're looking for. And it is good. All right. This resume is Resilient Digital Vinci. That is a nightmare to say for me. They are looking for a software engineer position. And if you noticed on my keywords, that's not a lot of keywords and it's blank. And the reason for that is going to very much be they just said software engineer about what they want to be. The problem with that is it could be front end, it could be back end, it could be full stack. In addition, if it's back end, it could be a Python, it could be a Java, it could be a C, one of the sharps or the flats or the whatevers. So I don't actually know. And I'm going to do this resume a little bit different, Digital Vinci, which is a great name, because I don't know. So there's this blob that drive customer success. Okay, first off, I am a US based recruiter. So if you're doing this outside the US, take what I say with a grain of salt. The resume meta may not be the same over there. But digital hackathon, okay, infrastructure, this tells me nothing. My strength lies, okay, this tells me nothing, 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 nothing. This entire thing can be sufficiently deleted. Technical skills. All right, we have Java, TypeScript, Python, and Java, along with Node.js, Express, React. So this leads me to think you're more of a full stack developer. Uh, Software engineer, improved by over. But then this says Scala. Played a role in architect from API CL. Okay, this is Python. Okay, there's nothing there that I can use. Upgraded company's core services and process over. Okay, nothing, nothing. MySQL I have, and Jenkins is one. Docker is one. Okay, TypeScript. Yeah, I okay. No one's gonna go that far. That's page two. So, oh god, my cord is caught. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna rule a no on this because I'm assuming you're a full stack engineer, but I don't know if that's actually the case because the way you need to write software engineer resumes, at least in the United States, it's not like this. But your problem is you're not, and I mentioned this in another video, you are telling me these things, you're not showing me. I will need, as an example, I'm going to type over here from you is I'm going to need your tech stack and I need that peppered throughout, right? Because right now I don't know what that is. If it's full stack, it's going to be TypeScript, HTML, CSS, uh, and JavaScript along with a script, along with a side language, which could be Python, it could be Java, it could be whatever. And then I'm also going to need specifically anything involving cloud, which I don't know. Maybe you did have it and I missed it. Oh, here it is. AWS is right here. Yeah, there's that and GCP. Okay, that's actually good, but I don't see it here. Yeah, I need others and anything with SQL. So oh, let's not pull that up and a sequel. So I'm not getting any of that from this resume. I do not know what you're looking for. I don't know. I assume based on this that you're doing full stack, but this doesn't read like a full stack resume. Uh, it doesn't read like any resume. That's the problem. So I am going to need you to basically scrap most of this, and this entire thing can be deleted. Uh, and I'm going to need these in your bullet points, right? I want to say this. Okay, look, I have to bring this up. So my the link to my resumes, how you build a resume is below here or in the thing, and this is how I need you to write this because this is incomprehensible. So this is how I need this structured, right? First last name, phone number, email, LinkedIn. If you're not in the US, this might be very different. So you don't, I don't know, I don't think you, I don't know the EU, whatever, how you do that. Then I need your degree, which would you have it? You have it here? You do. Okay. Then you have your degree right here, and that should be basically it. You do not need a second one. Then I need your work history, and I need it in this format too. I need a summary sentence, right? How that's going to look is like this. This is for a barista, which is very far and away from the duties of what you do, but you need to write it like that. This is going to be your summary sentence. Then everything else is going to be those keywords that I mentioned over there, right? You can have some of them here, but this is to showcase what you do. Because right now, this resume tells me nothing. And maybe this is very comprehensible to somebody in IT, but like those are not the people that are first line of defense. In addition, it's entirely possible that the hiring manager isn't going to see these things because they're going to be looking for different types of keywords too. So I would not move forward with this because I don't see what I need. Like this is a solid parts, but like I don't know your primary language, and most managers want you to put a primary language. So if you want, I would stop by the stream because you may need a little bit more assistance. But it's clear that you have some good experience, but like no one's going to dig that down to find it. So, and I assume that the market outside the US and tech is still tough as well. So, I love the name Digital Da Vinci. Please come back, resubmit it with some of those changes, or come by the my Twitch channel where I can actually help you with writing these because you're not far off from having good resume. It just you need to change a few things. So, but right now this isn't going to be it. So that'll be it for me. If you like the comment, subscribe, all that stuff. Hit the bell, whatever they say, and stop by my Twitch channel for live help. So I'm the Headless Headhunter, and I'm here to help. Transition. Got rid of my own manager's thing. All right. Clemsim. Answer my question. I'm back. I had another question. How can I better answer a question? Are you my departure from a penalty job? I moved from job A, account manager, to job B. I actually removed my headphones. Uh, all right. Account manager. Okay, okay. Brain. Mm-mm. Brain work. All right. How can I better answer a question? My departure from my last job. I moved from job A, accounting manager, to job B, senior accountant, due to job A not involving me in the hiring process of the accountant that report to me. So, how can I respond to the question, why did you leave job A, without being viewed negatively? I have been saying that job A wasn't as collaborative or team oriented as I'd like, and that's a big value of mine. I don't like that. Let's see. How do we phrase that? Let me switch my brain off from the other thing. So give me a second. So you left because they wouldn't involve you in the hiring decisions, which is fair. I mean that not fair that it happened, but fair that you wouldn't want to be there if they're just circumventing your authority. Um, so let me fix these real quick. All right. So how do we phrase that? How long were you there? I think that matters. Yeah. How long were you at that job A? In addition, are you okay? So yeah, two questions back. How long were you on job A? And are you now looking for management opportunities or are you looking for accountant opportunities? The answer to those two questions are going to say it. Okay. All right. So you are doing a first role was a little under 2 years, and then that's fine. And then the second one is, are you now seeking management second role? I'm seeking. Okay, so you're not seeking. So here's a thing. So if you're now seeking senior accountant roles and you are not looking for management roles, you can say, I don't like lying, but also asking people about why they left, it always boils down to like four things anyway. So you can say something like, I did not enjoy management as much as I thought I would. And I was looking to get back to working to things with my hands. I wanted to be more hands on, which that role was more management, which is why I'm now seeking more senior accounting roles rather than management roles. So don't phrase it that, that they circumvented your authority. Just think of it like, I want to get back to actually doing the job and not management, which managers are not usually going to be as hands on because they have a lot of stuff to do. So that is what I would phrase that as. Uh, One way you could do it, or alternatively, if you don't want that because you are thinking of going back to management eventually, you can just say something like, "There was a couple of shakeups at the company. Uh, Okay, yeah. So that would okay. So in that case, I would say this. So don't do that because that would basically cut off your chances of getting another management position. Just say simply put, like there were a couple of shakeups at the company, and it looked like my job may not have been there in the future. So I wanted to get out ahead of that to find another company. Just say like, there were a couple of organizational changes that made it look like I may not have a position. Uh, so I wanted to go for another one. That is fine. You were fearing you would lose your job and you wanted to get ahead of it. Which in the case of if they like completely circumvented your authority, that actually might be true. Because it's very possible that they may have like knocked you out of the process next. So, but yeah, you're just like, hey, I did not know my job future looked shaky and I wanted to make sure I had some stability. Yeah, that's what I would say at least for that. Because like truthfully, having talked with a lot of people, like no one's gonna. It kind of bugs me because like everybody usually has one of four reasons the only reason people leave a job besides a bucket full of cash is typically because they do not feel valued at a company. And they do not feel valued at the company because the pay is too low, um, the work life balance is off, or work culture is bad, or alternatively, there's no room for growth. There's usually the four reasons people leave. So I'm not a huge fan of the question of asking why you left. Uh, and I also understand that it is a question that needs to be asked because some people will just flat up say, "Oh, they didn't like me punching holes in the wall," and you're like, "Okay, no." The amount of people that actually will say a red flag is scary, but you know, that's why that question exists. Is because every once in a while you get somebody that tells you an exceptional truth, like I got into a fist fight at work and they didn't like that, and I'm like, "Oh, okay." So, but it usually boils down to those four things, which is just a person doesn't feel valued. So that's almost always it. Is getting the non immediate red flag answer is one of those. So it's money, work culture, work life balance, growth, and all because they do not feel valued. Somebody does not feel valued at your job, they are going to leave. I've recruited a lot of people away from companies because they do not feel valued. So, and what valued is going to matter differently to each person. Some people, that is going to be, like I said, money. Uh, Although, admittedly, you can just hire somebody away with a big old bucket of cash. There, that is why people look for jobs, but a big old bucket of cash is how you pull people from a job. One of the managers I worked with, like the recruiter messaged them and they're like, I'm not looking to move. And they're like, okay, what number of cash would it take you to move? And they said, I don't know, X. And they threw out a crazy number and the person said, deal. And they went, what? So bucket of cash works. Bucket of cash or value. That's it. So, but I found like the break point of somebody financially is usually if they find out they're about 15% underpaid, is about the time they start looking for new work if they find that. That's not a rule, that's just a rule of thumb. But like if you find out like that's when people start going like, wait a minute, why am I being paid that little? uh, and then the benefits package and everything else can equal that out. But if they find out that they can make 15% more somewhere else, they will most likely go there. So it's about 15%, I have found. Because if it's like, 4%, yeah, that's a raise, but also you're comfortable where you are. And you're like, I like it here. I don't want to move for 4%. So, but 15 is about that number. All right, and then we'll do. I'm gonna title these different. No, AB. Let's do AB. I should clarify. I should say I mentioned it was due to a lack of fit and explain how what I said. So you solo evidence it. Lack of fit is not great because they're gonna want like look managers hear crap all the time, right? Like there's a lot. When I had to actually be a mini manager for like scheduling people, the amount of grandparents that passed away in the first week of everybody's shift was obscene. And so you need an actual reason that describes it. Like you can't just tell lack of fit. You just want to say like, like as an example, I have worked in a place that was kind of frat boy, and I just said like, look, that company was a little frat, like it was kind of like a frat, and a lot of people liked it, but that just wasn't for me. I'm a board game kind of person, uh, so and that just was like that wasn't a culture fit, and it's true. I do know people there that were happy, but that type of culture is not something I would be good for. So, like the key thing is when you are talking about a previous company is do not ever put them down, right? You don't want to ever talk bad about a previous company. A lack of fit is not descriptive enough, but a cultural fit of like that is like it was kind of frat boy, and there were a lot of people that really loved it, but personally, that's not me. I like doing my work, playing board games, and you know that just wasn't a fit because I'm not insulting the previous company because some people really do like that. There is a type of recruiter that is really down with that. That is not me, but I do know they exist. So you want to give a reason that is not insulting the other company and gives them an actual reason that describes it. So why is it a lack of fit? Was it, everybody went for beers after work and I just didn't feel comfortable going there, but they kept pushing maybe? That even that wouldn't work. But yeah, like so I think quite frankly what you should do is just fear your job safety for that, right? Because like that's a fair point. If somebody thinks their job may be gone, they're going to leave. That is why when people announce layoffs, a lot of people leave before the layoffs, which means the company doesn't actually have to pay unemployment, but that's a different story. But that's why that happens is if some like you don't even have to say layoff, just say I there were a couple of restructures and I just wanted to be I didn't know what was gonna happen, so I left and it may have been, wrong, but that was how it was. So don't say more than you have to. So just, there were a couple of hints that my job may not have been safe in the next couple of months. So I wanted to get out before that happened. And truthfully, I think somebody actually like going past your authority and hiring somebody when you are their manager. I mean, they may have wanted to knock you out at some point too. Like the more I'm saying that, the more I'm like that might actually have been the case. Yeah, yeah, no worries. All right, we're gonna have an ad, and then I'm gonna go for about 30 more minutes. But I'm going to go to the restroom real quick first. So, excuse me, and then I will do some more resumes, and then any other questions that people have. All right, so let me hit the ad real quick. I hate I have to do this. I hate ads. I hate that I am now the ad person. So, all right, here we go. All right, I will be right back, y'all. All right, I have that too, brother. There, where'd you go, buddy? You're gonna be upset if you're not in here? You're gonna go see your roommate? Is that what you're gonna do, buddy? Finally, he's eating food. All right, back. I may react to okay, let's move this up here. All right. What is the next one on the block? We have another back-end engineer position. Uh, this one though, man, they got 10 applications to 2 interviews. That's solid. Okay, let's see. Move this up. We have resume reviews. We have this is titled AB for another X. Oh my God. I don't I don't know if I like this resume, but all right. Um, let's see. Back-end engineer. Okay, back-end with what? Python? I'm assuming it's Python. Uh, yeah, Python. All right. I try not to look too much at the resume before reviewing it because I like to get it like fresh. But I'm assuming they are looking for Python engineer. So backend engineer, Python engineer, Python resume. Oh, more X's. X X X. Did that get cut off? Python. Yes, it did. All right. Whatever. But yeah, after I think like 20 minutes or so, I'm out. So make sure to get your questions in. And again, I will answer them after I'm done with a resume review. I like answering questions. That is the purpose of the stream. Brain. All right. So this is a Python engineer specifically. Man. All right. I know Django is one of them. Python. Oh, this is a I don't like any. This is not a good job description, Lowe's. Please do better. Uh, let's see. BS or MS degree. That's fine. So yeah, SQL, anything. API, machine learning, the cloud, API, CI, CD. What is Jerry? It's just called Jerry. I kind of like that company name. It's just Jerry. Where do you work, Jerry? What does it do? You know Jerry. Yeah, I know Jerry. He's kind of cool. That's hilarious. I like that name. All right. That is a lot. HTML. Okay. This seems more of a full stack position, but and Java. All right. It's full stack. Uh, another tech stack. Just sometimes full stack. Uh, other language. It depends. Let's see. Nope, that's data scientist. Let's do Genai, data scientist. Python is. Oh, that's why. Ugh. Engineer. I didn't look up for Python engineer. Total. Let's see. What do you need to bring? Python developer, PostSQL, AWS, Azure. Yep, that's cloud. I think that's it. Oh, Django and Flask. I forgot that one. Django, Flask. Cool. All right. Uh, What am I missing? I'm missing something. Okay, that's the old resume. This is the new resume. I think that's solid. All right, and then this is the start. So this is a new one. All right, cool. Oh my gosh, I I've been finishing resumes. I still have so many more to do. All right, uh, this is the Headless Headhunter, and I am doing more resumes. This is XXXX. I got the amount of X's correct this time. They are looking for a back end engineer position. To cut off, it's Python. I believe it's Python that they're looking for specifically. So let's review the resume, and what we're going to be looking for is the word Python. Anything with API, CI/CD, Django, Flask, Flask can never pronounce IT names. And then anything with AI, machine learning, MLN, NLP. There's a lot, but you're going to need the acronyms as well. Cloud, AWS, GCP, or Azure, any of them, anything with SQL. And this one's going to depend. This is more bonus points, but if you have full stack stuff such as JavaScript, TypeScript, CSS, HTML, that's a bonus. And maybe some other companies want a separate language as well. That's more, the last line is really of a bonus keywords. So without further ado, let's do this. So they sent me, and if this is correct, they sent in 10 applications and got 2 callbacks, which I want to know more because that's not a great sample size, but I'm not a fan of this formatting. Uh, so this is crazy formatting, but student with a workplace adapting to responsibility and okay, this doesn't matter. So I do not like your formatting. I'm going to be honest. I would switch it to my formatting. Again, that's why I have it. It's this. You want your first name, last name, your phone number, email, and then this is going to be LinkedIn or GitHub or whatever. Depends on the industry. And then if you are in the United States, which I don't believe you are, I'm going to make a guess, then you need this stuff. But otherwise, just put where you are located. Then I want your education up here real quick. Shouldn't be longer than 3 lines total for all of them. If it's just bachelor's, that's fine. Just put bachelor's. And then your work history like this. Let's go back to this. Right. There's a lot of wasted space here. This entire I hate all of that. I mean, this may be the case that in Madrid, this is the right meta for writing a resume. Again, I am a US based recruiter, so I can only tell you what is good in the United States. This may be the right way to write it in Madrid. I don't know. I have not recruited in there, so I have to judge it based on the United States because I don't have the experience outside of that. So, I mean, technically it's like one person in Canada, but that does not count. IT support for employees, someone from the usage management, exit proving great. Oh, I like this. I mean, I think it could really just be a bullet point, but and you do have this here. Look, I don't like this because I can't tell, but I will say it does show the skills here and it gives this. I feel like so here's the trouble. This may be great over there, and this does do a weird format. Sometimes weird formats can work. I feel like there is a better way to do this though. So this could be a bullet point. You could just make this a bullet point, which is said, my supervisor has said, uh, they have helped us improve the daily work experience in the company and have no doubt in the near future they will be great professional. Like that is okay. If your manager said that, you can put that as a bullet point, right? Like you could put it here. Like that could be a bullet point. And then I want to see these things here. But the problem with the 10 applications to 2 resumes is I don't know if I'm wrong or not because that is not a high enough sample size. Typically, if you have anything more than 1 application to 50, sorry, if you get the ratio is 1 application to 50. one interview to 50 applications. That is what I'm trying to say. One interview to 50 applications is a solid ratio. Um, it's not great and can probably be better, but it's not terrible. The problem with this is I don't know what those two interviews were, how related, or if you those out of those 10 companies, like if you applied to 1,000, those are the only 10 that would have only two out of those would have made you forward. So I like that your keywords. I think you correctly guessed every single keyword I would need. So I just want them in bullet points. Really, that's it, that are clearer. Keep this. I want to be clear. Keep this. It is very difficult to recruit for somebody that knows another language because people do not put it in their resume. Uh, so I would put it like right here, or right below that line. And I think this is the case of how even a bad formatting, if you do the keywords correctly, which you did, these are everything they would want, uh, can lead to interviews because you have React, you have Django, you have Python, you have Django again, you have JavaScript. So I think your keywords are correct. You just need to format them better, and I think it will give you a better chance. But again, that is a United States based perspective. I do not know the Madrid meta. So that is my vote, which is maybe move you forward. I'm not sure. It's hard to tell. You do have the stuff. It's just very hard to read. It really depends on the competition and the based on this. But yeah, your keywords are perfect. You've got the keywords right. Maybe cloud would be easier. So anyway, now we do a transition. Yeah, I liked that, and I think that is a very good case of like you know what a good keywords can do for your resume because those were the correct keywords. They were. They absolutely were. Let's see. How am I doing on time? It's a solid end state for me. So I appreciate everybody. I'm gonna raid somebody's channel because that is appropriate and what we do. I will be back maybe tomorrow. I'm gonna try to get a better schedule. I don't know what the hell I'm doing with my schedule. It's so chaotic. Like ever since I started working from home, I'm like, it's well, not working from my own company. It's hard for me to like get a the right one. So yeah, I'll send this to Lana, I guess. So I appreciate everybody being here. And I will be back probably tomorrow, but definitely Saturday. So without further ado, let us raid. You know what? I guess there is more further ado. It takes a couple of seconds. So without further ado, let us raid. There it is. Now we go. See y'all.